Hello, it is Ken Poirier, aka the King for Mayor, and here doing more YouTube videos because everybody's like, you should do more YouTube videos. Okay, well, that's cool. I got a Patreon account if you want to help me make more YouTube videos. You can look for the link at the end of this video. But right now, I'm going to I'm going to make a new video about writing because I've been doing a lot of writing lately. And so today I'm going to talk about the wattpad platform. I don't know if this is reversed or not, but it'll say wattpad in this area here so that you can understand the weird modern spelling that they have for what. And it also often gets confused with what app, WhatsApp. I don't know. I don't use that. But I use Wattpad, and I think it's great. It's the best writing tool ever. And I've tried all sorts of stuff. I've tried all sorts of different, Nimble Writer and all these different writing programs that are supposed to help you, help motivate you to write. Um, None of them really helped at all. They just seemed more like annoying as I find myself getting distracted by them trying to just cut the distraction. So I would notice that they're trying to make me not distracted, and thus I became distracted by the lack of distractions. Um, so OCD, anyone? Obviously not by how clean my room is. But anyway, all joking aside, the the Wattpad is great. I used to use something called Evernote, but Evernote about a year, I want to say a year, a little more than a year ago, started redacting their features and basically trying to create more monetization. And I was just like, nah, I'm not into it anymore. And I was kind of just lost without any program to work with. Just Microsoft Word was the best program that I was using for writing till I discovered Wattpad. And no, this is not, Wattpad has not paid me in any way to make this video. I've talked about them a couple times now because really they helped me out a lot. Um, for those of you who know my writing story, um, I kind of literally, like, people talk about giving up everything to become a writer. I have literally like given up more than I can care to imagine. Like, I straight up thought I was going to die. I had so little for a while there, which is very inspirational. But I can live without that kind of inspiration for the rest of my life. I've got plenty of inspiration. What I need now is time, time for writing, which Wattpad helps me do. Wattpad helps me make time for writing because I can never let go of it. It's never not available. That's really the key. Um, I have been, doing the um, all sorts of things, that you do in life. You go to work, you go out, you have fun, you have drinks, you watch movies, you do all these things, and no one's saying that you shouldn't. And anyone who says you can't be a writer and enjoy life, well, I'm trying to keep this clean because apparently they're now taking away advertising on YouTube from people who say words like that I'm thinking right now. But to those people, I say that. All right. So anyway, uh, so Wattpad is great because it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can always, if I have a thought pop into my head, I can just stop whatever I'm doing, pull out my phone. If I can't type, I'll hit that little speaker button and I'll start talking and I'll blah 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 out that idea. And maybe it's great, maybe it's crap. It doesn't matter. It's getting recorded, and that's like the key. And it's turning it right into text right then and there. And they have the organizational system. It's very simple. Create a book, and then you put a story in a book called chapter story, whatever. I think they call them stories, but they're chapters. And it's a great organization. It's pretty much all the organizing is done for you. Um, all you have to do is come up with the words, and then make sure that the words don't suck. So the I was back and forth on the wattpad thing for years. I signed up for it in 2015, and if you don't have money to pay for um, publishing, because actual publishing is very, very expensive. Even if you're only digitally publishing, you still need to spend a lot of work on cover art, promotional materials, so on and so forth, in order to do self-publishing. It is a process. It's expensive. It's time-consuming, which is Wattpad is the opposite. Now, I watched an interview with somebody who works at Wattpad, like a PR person, was talking. They're a Canadian company out of Toronto, and they were talking about how they're not a publishing company. That's the very first thing you have to understand about Wattpad. It's a social media platform for writers. Yes, you can put your book up there. Yes, if you get ad revenue and enough of it, Wattpad will cut you in on the revenue for your books. Um, as well, long as it fits within the Wattpad rules, terms of services, and all that. They pretty much will let you publish anything, but it's up to you to respect the rules of the community and try to decide what should be published where on there, so on and so forth. It's not a publishing tool. It's not a publishing platform, but you can put your stuff up there, and um, it's it's a way to get people to read your stories and give feedback, and that's besides being able to write anywhere, which is definitely the number one feature, and always have copies, multiple drafts. I can go back to any old draft that I want to. Every time it's been saved or revised, I can go back and look and see what has been changed. Nothing ever gets deleted. That's even if it's unpublished, it's not deleted. It's still there, available to you to read, even if it's not available to the public. But if it is available to the public, it's great to get feedback because they can do line by line feedback. So if I want to get feedback on somebody's story, I can click on the very line that I think should have feedback, and then I leave a comment on that paragraph. Basically, not line, but paragraph. So you can select any paragraph and give direct comments to that paragraph, so you don't have to go back and hunt through your story to find out what the hell they're talking about. It's right there. Sometimes it's feedback. Sometimes it's just comments. Sometimes it's really great. People just give their reaction. That's one of the things that I like to do. I read a paragraph and it makes me laugh or whatever. I'll write LOL, or um, I'll make a quip about the characters, make a joke about the characters, because I'm on this journey with them and I've been following them for 8 chapters, and then they do something that's stupid, and they're like, "Oh, that's so them," um, and stuff like that is because that's important feedback too, because it lets you know how your readers are enjoying your story. So, what am I using Wattpad for right now? Well, I'm using it as my main tool for writing news stories, so that I can get immediate feedback from people reading stuff just as it comes out. I don't, you know, there's that. I'm using it as a perma-free platform for stories that I want to keep perma-free, such as my Rick and Liz saga. At least the first season, at the very least, is going to be perma-free on Wattpad. I'm going to use it for promotional stuff, promotional reads, so on and so forth. while I'm getting things ready for self-publishing. They're up there available for people to read. So I'm doing novel writing, the Rogue Scientist Guide to Novel Writing, my second Rogue Scientist Guide book. So I'm writing that. I'm putting that up there for people to read because for the most part, the Rogue Scientist stuff that's perma-free because I believe it has value for people to read it more so than money. If people just write better books or um, whatever else, the Rogue Scientist Guide is trying to teach. It's an education tool, so they have fair use anyway. So what do I care? Fake Tattoos is going to come down this weekend. It was not perma-free. It's temporarily free while I've been writing it, but now I'm getting ready for publication. So that's going to come down off of their fan fiction, Iron Man versus Jason X. Something I'd never get the legal rights to publish. So it's a great perma-free thing for fun. There's a lot of writing contests on Wattpad. Sometimes I'll do one-offs for those contests. I'm thinking that I'm going to start compiling those into one book instead of having a bunch of single chapter books. Call it like Wattpad originals or something. But yeah, and then yeah, so that's what I'm using Wattpad for. So go on there, check out my my page. I'm not the king for mayor for once. Actually, it created my username for me and whatever. It's my name, so there you go. You can look me up on Wattpad for there, or you can try in the links below this video if you're actually watching it on YouTube. But yeah, check out Love and Hamburgers or one of my other stories on Wattpad, and tell me how you think. Write in the comments if you had a good or bad experience on Wattpad, and either way, whichever it is, whichever way your boat floats, let me know. And I'm going to be doing some more writing videos on here on YouTube soon, talking about craft work. So if you want to subscribe, go ahead. I just wanted to first talk about this wonderful tool, Wattpad, that I really enjoy. Thank you very much.